3 weeks from today, we'll know who'll succeed Bob Jones as West Midlands Police and Crime Commissioner. Mr Jones died last month, just 20 months after the first PCC elections, in which only 12% of voters turned out. Our political editor, Patrick Burns, is here. Well, Patrick, if the turnout was so low last time, what's it going to be like this time in the middle of school holidays?
Mary, you could say that if you actually wanted to demonstrate just how low turnouts can go, well, this would be a good way of doing so. Many council employees who normally staff elections, they'll be away themselves, and some schools have the builders in. So not all polling stations will be the ones we're used to. Do check the polling cards, which have now gone out to the 2 million or so eligible voters in Coventry, Birmingham and the Black Country.
So, Patrick, if voters and polling staff are thin on the ground, what about the candidates themselves?
Well, I have to say there hasn't actually been a stampede, I'm told, but the four main parties all do have candidates. Labour's David Jameson is a former Transport Minister, originally from Solihull. The Conservative Les Jones, the former Dudley Council leader, and the Liberal Democrat Ayub Khan is a barrister and former Birmingham councillor, and finally UKIP's Keith Rowe is prominent on Birmingham's small business scene. But this is as much a referendum on the role of the PCC itself. We point that to the research organisation who pushed for these commissioners in the very first place. They say recent polls suggest the PCCs are recognised by 10 times as many people as the invisible and unelected police authorities they replace. So let's not get a possible low turnout out of perspective, they say.
The timing of this by-election means that there will be a lot of people looking at the turnout and of the result of this election as a test for the future of police and crime commissioners, and that's understandable. However, I think what's important is that the people of West Midlands will be electing their new police and crime commissioner, and the real test will be the 2015 general election.
And with that in mind, a Labour Policy Commission has recommended PCCs should be scrapped. But Policy Exchange say some Labour commissioners who were sceptical when they were elected have since changed their minds, which could explain, Mary, why the party has yet to commit itself one way or the other.
OK, thanks very much, Patrick. And you can read more about the PCC elections on Patrick's blog. That's bbc.co.uk, Patrick Burns.